Hello and welcome to another update video about Polkadot. Polkadot, we can see here on the chart, has done its larger wave 1 to the upside early in 21. Then we have come down in a wave A, moved up in an overshooting wave B. That's absolutely possible that the wave B is moving above the previous high, and it's part of a correction as per the Elliott wave method. A, B, and the last leg down should be the C wave, and we are still waiting for Polkadot to reach the target area here, which is sitting below the wave A. Target area sitting between $6 and $10.70 roughly, or $11. So that is where I would expect the price ideally to go. But I need to recognize that here on the weekly chart in the last few weeks, I mean, throughout this whole downtrend, the downtrend is certainly slowing down. Yeah, I mean, you can see from the top, first of all, very strong downtrend, then consolidation. But in the consolidation that lasted several weeks, we have seen lower lows here. Yeah, lower lows, slightly lower, but lower. And then another move down that was less strong. And now we have seen from week to week actually higher lows. Only in the current week, we have a slightly lower low here, that wick. But the week is obviously also not over yet. I think this could be a decision week for Polkadot. And the reason for that is that in this week, at the latest in the next week, a decision needs to come here. Do we break out above this descending line? You see the descending channel here, and you can see the current weekly candle. So the decision has to be, do we break out of this descending channel to the upside, or do we move one step down? If we move down, I think we can expect a red candle like that. Yeah. At the moment, in a sideways move, it's extremely difficult to say what's going to happen next. My primary expectation, as you can see here on the chart, would still be that we are moving down into that target area down there. The next move down could do that for us. But there is, of course, a chance it could also break out to the upside. At the moment, I don't really believe in it, but the possibility is there. We're just slightly below just before breaking out here potentially. So it's really a decision candle. And if we go to the daily chart, we might see this in a little bit more detail. The reason I say that is when we moved down here, as I just described, we saw lower lows, okay? But here, since we hit the low on the 24th of January, we have seen higher lows. Even this swing low was a higher low. Therefore, the chances that we can move up from here have increased, yeah? They have certainly increased for Polkadot, and it is now really a decision here. You can see that descending trend line. The breakout point here today would be at $21, but there is one key level that I'm watching out for, and that is here, that one at $22.50, I would say. Yeah, this level. As long as the price stays below the 22.50, below that previous swing high, I would be very confident that we move down once more into the yellow target area. Should it break above that, then we can expect, I think, higher prices. But we need to then take a look at the structure. It's too early to confirm that. We need to then look at the structure and really confirm and understand, does the structure that is building then, would that support further price moves and maybe new all-time highs? Because even though I say I do expect here still us to reach the target area, we have now seen a higher low. Yeah, so I don't want to ignore that. This is certainly there, and there's a possibility that the low could be in, even though from my point of view, the probability is really low because the chart still looks very corrective. But I can't ignore throughout this whole downtrend, this is the first major high. Well, no, there was a higher low here. Okay, so we don't want to. Yeah, it was here as well, but then the high, it was a higher low, but a lower high, and that's exactly what I say now. We have seen a higher low, and if we now break above this 22.50 level and make a higher high. We haven't seen that throughout this whole downtrend, a higher high. If you see a higher high, then I think that low could be in, at least with a higher probability. If you only make a lower high, then we do exactly what we've seen here. We have made a higher low, but a lower high, and then we broke down and made the next lower low. And this is what then could play out here as well. Let's say we just make a lower high, or at least the same level, and then you come down and then you could break down again, you know. that's how it could play out in that scenario. Therefore, also here for Polkadot, everywhere throughout crypto at the moment, decision points. I mean, in the last few weeks, I told you all the way through here that I'm very confident we're dropping lower, and we did all the way through. And now, as we've seen the first higher low, I told you throughout, I'll keep you updated, and if something changes in the charts, I'll make you aware. It's still very early days. Yeah, we haven't reached the target area yet. Of course, everybody who wants to, who doesn't have a foot in the door here and would like to get one in, could of course open a long position now, maybe with a smaller percentage, but that's up to you. I think the prices already are very attractive, yeah. But the chart itself, I mean, Polkadot itself doesn't really make any crazy moves at the moment. You could also wait for a breakout here, but I would want to wait personally what happens with this 2250 level, because if this isn't broken, maybe there will be another attempt to break out here. If it isn't broken, then you could really rush down. If it breaks, yes, then we have more space, maybe in the first instance all the way up to $32, or here to the 200-day moving average at $30. Overall, I'm still a bit skeptical that the low could be in. I still primarily expect to move down. Reason for that is also here on the RSI, we're still in the bearish range. We are below 50, yeah. And also here the buying pressure reduced. Okay, it now looks like we're doing another turnaround with that green candle from today. Let's see how that's going to play out over the next few days. But also here we are still in the bearish range on the 4-day RSI as well. The MACD seems to make a low here, so a little bit contradictory decision point here, not very clear what's happening at the moment, and sometimes it just is best to wait. Here on the weekly RSI as well, still in the bearish range. So for me, primarily it's still pointing to the downside, especially as we haven't reached the target area yet. Yeah, it's just a decision point at the moment, and I would want to see what's happening at this $22.50 level. That is for me a key level. Until we are above that, until we are above that, I still primarily think we are coming down once more. And the chart still looks fairly weak. We are still in a descending channel. We haven't broken out at all yet, and we are still below the 50 and the 200-day moving average. And maybe one last look at the EMA ribbon here, also on the weekly. We are below this EMA ribbon. That is going to provide resistance as well, at around $25. Here on the 4-day chart, we've also seen a short signal recently of the EMA ribbon. Also, we are still below the EMA ribbon there. On the 2-day chart, this is still providing resistance, the EMA ribbon. We haven't broken above that yet. On the daily, same story. Have we broken above it at all anywhere? We might currently be breaking above it on the 4-hour chart. Yeah, as you can see here, not quite, but I think we're trying to on the 4-hour chart. So, and on the 1-hour chart, you have already broken above it. So you get a long signal here, and that's an important first step as well. But it's only the 1-hour chart, so nothing too exciting here. But as we speak, actually, it's moving up slightly to $20. But as you know, the 2250 level is the key level that I am watching out for to determine where could we head next. Until we break that, and especially until we are, as long as we are still in this descending channel, my view would still primarily be that we are heading further down here. Yeah, that's currently my view here on Polkadot. Sometimes it is just best to wait. Maybe I think I heard tomorrow there will be these notes will be released from the Fed meeting that happened yesterday. I'm not sure. I haven't really managed to double check that. I only heard it. So maybe there will be some sort of something in there that people don't expect, and that could shake the markets up a little bit. Other than that, I think it's pretty much not very exciting here, the Polkadot chart at the moment. It's good to wait a little bit more. I'm very glad that here I waited still to go into Polkadot until now. I want to see what happens at 2250, and then I'm going to rework or revise the buy orders on Discord for channel members, just with the latest updates and with the latest probabilities, just to work out where would be a possibly good entry where I'm going to buy in next for Polkadot. Because for Polkadot, no buy order has triggered yet. Those were lower based on the target area there. Yeah, that's my view here on Polkadot. Hopefully you liked the update, and see you in the next video. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.